Welcome, trainers, to a special all-star edition of the PBF podcast. I'm Mike Mealy, and sitting right next to me for the first time in a long time, Jeremy Temple. Jeremy, it's great to be in the real booth with you instead of the digital
Mike,
booth.
it's not necessarily a booth. It's a basement. I am just out of the shower. How long was my shower, Mike?
I think 4 minutes.
4 minutes, because I was just getting all hot and bothered thinking about how wonderful this PBF season is. And I figured I just need to take a shower to cool off, relax, and, just get down to something that's very near and dear to our heart. Because, Mike, let's be honest, it's never really worked out for us. And
I think maybe once.
We're talking about the All-Star game. And I think this time it's going to work, Mike, because something, or more than one thing, actually, has worked out for us this season, and that's the season itself. I mean, just this last week, everyone's games were done before Sunday?
Congratulations, by the way, everybody.
It's remarkable.
It's a huge feat. I think the first time since maybe ever that's happened. And a quick scheduling note before we jump into all the All-Star fun. We did originally plan to have a All-Star break in the schedule, but we're going to continue with this great momentum, this record-setting momentum, and we're not going to do a break. We're going to have all the fun of All-Star Weekend happening simultaneously with Week 6.
But how is this All-Star season schedule break thing? How's this All-Star Weekend work, Mike?
I'm glad you asked, Jeremy. What's going to happen is some of the admins of the PBF have
all two of them
gathered together a list from both conferences of different roles of Pokemon, and you, the people, are going to vote on which ones become All-Stars.
Yes, but Mike, which Pokemon do we get to choose from?
I'm glad you asked, Jeremy. We are going to start in our conference, which
is the come on, Mike, you got this.
The Shaman
Cresselia
the Cresselia Conference, of course. And we broke it down into 5 categories. Six categories.
I think I'll take it from here, Mike. We broke it down into 6 categories.
Glad you asked, Jeremy.
Yes. 6 categories. 1, special walls. 2, physical walls. 3, physical sweepers. 4, special sweepers. 5, utility. And 6, the megas. Now, how did we select which 5 Pokemon? The 5 Pokemon per division?
We grabbed them out of a hat.
Exactly, kind of. We just looked at the stats and said, hey, here's who's pretty well, and then these guys are okay to fill out 5. So without further ado, Mike, how about we
get to the nominees?
Yeah, start getting to the nominees for who we're going to who's going to be eligible to vote for. Remember,
so you will be able to pick from one of these 5 to be the special wall for the Cresselia maybe conference.
Right.
First up, from the Memphis Blissies, Blissey, of course. From the Mighty Psyducks of Anaheim, Sylveon. From Teenage Mutant Ninja Squirtles, Dragalge.
Might be a special wall.
Probably a special wall. We didn't check, but we're just going to roll with it. From the Pittsburgh Porygon, Slowking.
And 0-7, but still a special wall.
Still a special wall. And because we ran out of special walls, because our conference doesn't like special walls, Melodic from the Mighty Psyducks of Anaheim.
Now let's move on to physical walls, Mike, where we actually have
plenty.
Yeah, we actually have plenty. So from Magic Carpet Ride, we have Mandibuzz. And from the Pittsburgh Porygons, a wall that actually isn't 0-7, the Powdon.
Yay!
Then from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Squirtles. Who put Turtles? I probably put Turtles.
You did put
Doesn't matter. Gliscor. From Team Nohawk, Vaporeon. And from the Unova Jazz, Gligar.
Gligar versus Gliscor.
Interesting there, Mike. Yeah. I think those physical walls, there's some good ones to choose from.
They are some good ones to choose from.
If we cared, we'd probably do analysis.
Right. Next, the physical sweepers. Of course, we had plenty as well. From the Unova Jazz, Conkeldurr. From the Memphis Blissies, Infernape. From Team Nohawk, Mamoswine.
Ooh, big pick.
The Dragon Killer. From the Teenage Mutant Ninja Squirtles, Sharpedo. And from Ampharosimnus, Scrafty.
Wow. Some pretty hot choices there as well, Mike.
Hot choices.
Now, what about special sweepers?
What about this special
Well, I'm glad you asked, Mike, because we have Volcarona from Ampharosimnus, Superior from Team Nohawk, Starmie from the Memphis Blissies, Roserade from the Pittsburgh Porygons, and Greninja from the Ampharosimnus team. Now, Mike, our next category.
is a bit of could be controversial.
It could be, but I don't think our utility list is controversial because when we design utility, it's guys who don't fill a role of physical sweeping. They're not really entirely a wall. They might do something tricky. They might do something to support the team. So and they might be a hybrid.
You're all around players,
right?
And these utility players are Magic Carpet Ride, Scolipede,
Speed Boost,
Pittsburgh Porygon, Sableye,
Prankster.
Magic Carpet Ride's Clefable.
Does a lot of things.
And for Awesomeness's Espeon.
Magic Bounce.
And the Mighty Psyduck's Machamp.
Assault Vest Sweeper.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm. And of course we have the Mega category, which is, I'd say, a Mega addition to any team. So we have from Team Nohawk, Mega Scissor. Magic Carpet Ride has Mega Pinsir. The Unova Jazz has Mega Gardevoir. The Memphis Blissies have Mega Mawile. And Mighty Psyducks of Anaheim, Mega Charizard X. That's pretty exciting right there, Mike.
That is a loaded Cresselia.
So remember, you're going to make 6 votes. We're going to do a straw poll or a Google poll or something like that. We'll post it probably tomorrow morning or next week.
When we feel like
it. And you'll be able to vote for one of each of those for each category. You can vote probably as many times as you want, but nobody's going to want to vote.
Sure.
So, it doesn't matter. So let's move on to the Darkrai Conference.
Let's move on to the Darkrai Conference.
And now this list was not made by us. This list was made by Richard Haynes and Drew Adam, a.k.a. the people that care in this league. So I guess you could say that maybe,
And, of course, they belong to the Darkrai Conference. They've seen everybody more.
Exactly. And, they gave us a list here. They did not give us whose team each Pokemon is on, but they give us a plus-minus, which, based on their analysis, is probably more important than whose team they're on.
Right,
so,
and you know who you are.
And you know who you are. I'm going to make my best guess. We're going to do, right off here with the Megas, Mega Altaria, which is, I know, on the Tyrannostars.
Yes.
Mega Gyarados, pretty sure on Team Rally Fortify.
Maybe.
Mega Venusaur, I'm almost certain it's on the Bradford Breilooms.
Sure.
Mega Swampert, I want to say Raz and Shuri John.
Can't tell you.
Mega Lucario, Blacka.
Now for the physical sweepers, of which I have 0 ideas. Excadrill.
Tyrannostars?
Diggersby. Tyrannostars? Team Rally
Pass.
Pass. Crocodile.
I'm not a crocodile.
Weavile.
Maestro Missy?
Ugh. Crawdaunt.
Pass.
And that's all the physical sweepers.
Yes. Special sweepers.
Yeah.
Porygon Z.
Sure is.
Rasen Shuri John.
Why not?
Togekiss. Team Rally Fortify.
Yeah.
Reuniclus. No. Silverdile.
Splacka?
No.
Silverdile.
Say Silverdile. Alakazam. Blacka.
Yeah.
Nidoking. Also Blacka.
Yeah. Physical walls. Porygon 2. Not Blacka.
Team Rally Fortify.
Cofagrigus.
Tyrannostars.
Arcanine.
Probably one of the box.
John?
Ooh, I don't think so. I don't
No?
think so. It's a good pick.
We'll say Bradford Breilooms.
Yes.
Ferrothorn.
Skarmory. Blacka.
Yeah.
Okay. Special wall. Chansey. Oh, Bradford Breilooms.
Yeah. There's definitely a team that
Yes,
we haven't said
yes.
so far.
Florges. Silverdile?
Maestro Missy?
I think Silverdile.
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 Jellicent.
Tyrannosaur?
Yeah.
Or Silverdile?
Both.
Sure.
Goodra.
No idea.
Tentacruel.
Blacka.
Yeah.
Blacka has, I think, a pick in every category here.
We think he has a pick in every category.
It's pretty
We're
impressive.
not entirely
Pretty
sure.
impressive for a team that I'm pretty sure is 4-4.
That we're making up a
Yeah.
great team for Black.
And speaking of making things up, that's what I'd like to say about this utility category here, Mike.
They sure
Now,
made this up.
Yeah, so we're going to say the first 2 picks here. Crobat and Frostlass, which I'm pretty sure
Perfect utility.
Tyrannostars and Maestro Missy.
Perfect definitions
Now,
of
Mike,
utilities.
when I say utility, what's the first
Mhm.
Pokemon that comes to mind?
Probably Sableye.
What's the last Pokemon that comes to mind?
Probably Azumarill.
Yeah. Or if not Azumarill.
Wait.
Talonflame, Mike.
Talonflame was going to be my second guess.
Now those 2 physical sweepers. I mean, you fine.
No,
put them utility. That's fine.
I mean, unless
To be
there's
fair-
there's a great Stealth Rock
Right.
Talonflame
Now,
combo that
Or
I'm not
you
aware
could
of.
do the Will-O-Wisp Talonflame. But to be fair, I think it's only been used as physical. And you know what? We can't really diss them too much because we had the grass with straws for special sweepers.
Right. Special ball.
And they do have Ageless here, and that's fine because Ageless can be physical or special. It's fine.
Right.
Or it could be a wall. It's not going to be a wall, but
it's a utility. But you guys can tell Drew and Richard how dumb they are with your votes.
Or how smart they are.
Right. If you vote for only Crobat and Frostlass, then they're dumb. And if you vote Talonflame in, then I guess they're smart.
But Mike.
Yes.
Who is going to be in charge of these?
I'm glad you asked, Jeremy. Wow. We're going to pull names out of a hat.
Wow, Mike. Really?
I think.
No, we're going to vote on that as well.
Right.
We're going to do a straw poll or Google. What do you do for voting?
Straw poll.
And we're going to do that. And so for all we know, it could be. Well, it could
be you and I.
It won't be you and I because we're in the same conference.
Right.
So there will be 8 selections. Vote for who you want to coach Team Cresselia and vote for who you want to coach Team Darkrai. So for all we know, it could be Z-Money against Gordon. It could be Peasley against Blacka.
It could be whoever you trust with your Pokemon to play good and make your Pokemon not look shitty.
Yeah. And I think that's a good point to end on, Mike.
Perfect.
I think we've conveyed all the information we need to convey in a pretty organized and timely manner.
So keep playing your games, vote, and get ready for all of the All-Star festivities coming.
And I'm probably going to make it so you have to put your name whenever you vote. So I'm going to know if you didn't vote.
Right.
Yeah.
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 We're going to come.
Democracy can come back and stink.
Public shame. We're going to do shames of the week again.
Yeah,
just
democracy
for that.
can stink when I lynch you. You. I'm going to lynch you as well. I don't even know what that is, but it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goodbye, everybody.
Don't forget to battle train.
Yeah, and vote.